And I'm going to share with you some things that's happened in my life and also things that I do and help people with to help improve their health. And I think you guys are doing a fantastic job as far as making people aware of what's going on with heart disease. And not just that, but doing something about it to improve lives and improve people's health. When I was growing up, you guys ever have a favorite cousin? You know, you have a favorite cousin. Well, I had one of my favorite cousins when I was growing up. Her name was Allison. And her and her brother Chris, they'd come over to summer times and we just have a ball and, just laugh and play all summer long. But then after school started, they went back to school, we started back to school. But Allison was hanging around three boys. It was Allison, her brother Chris, me, and my brother Andre. And if you have a sports team, you always pick Allison first. Because Allison was good. She was phenomenal at any sport. Her favorite sport was baseball. Well, after we finished high school, she went off to beauty school. She wanted to be a beautician. She did fantastic. She met a young man, got married. But later on, I found out that Allison had developed type 2 diabetes. I was like, Allison, what's going on? You got type 2 diabetes. And she said, oh, yeah, everything's okay. And then my mom called me and told me Allison was in the hospital. I said, what happened? She said, well, Allison had her leg amputated. Wow, it was amputated above the knee. And, touch base with her here and there. And my mom called me a few years later and told me that Allison had died. She had a heart attack. And you may be thinking, well, what's that got to do? Well, if you have diabetes, that increases your risk for having a heart attack, heart disease. And what I help share people and help people understand is that it's a continuum. It's all a continuum. Heart disease, obesity, diabetes, hypertension, all of those things affect your life. And I'm going to share some statistics, but my main goal is not just to share statistics, but to provide a way out for you in order to improve your life. Because everybody take a deep breath. And out. Nice cleansing breath. You're all living. What you do today affects your tomorrow. Let's look at this. Let's look at women compared to men. As far as when men have heart issues, heart symptoms, they usually have their plaque, it goes in a clump, and so it has certain symptoms. However, women's are usually uniform throughout their arteries, and so they don't have the exact same symptoms as men. So those classic signs and symptoms of heart disease in men, they don't equate with women. And so a lot of times the physician actually misses the diagnosis when it comes to heart disease in women. Women are twice as likely to die than men within the first few weeks after suffering a heart attack. 46% of women and 22% of men, heart attack survivors, are disabled with chronic congestive heart failure after 6 years. And not only that, but let's look a little closer home. 42% of women have had heart attacks. They die within that first year. That's looking at as far as women with men. But let's look at as far as the African American population. Cardiovascular disease kills nearly 50,000 African American women annually. African American women ages 20 and older, 49%, that's almost half, have heart disease. Only 1 in 5 African American women believe that she is personally at risk. Only 52% of African American women are aware of the signs and symptoms of heart attack. And only 33% of African American women know that heart disease is their greatest risk. Those are stunning statistics. But I'm not here to just tell you statistics. What's the way out? There's a better way. There's a better way. As far as at our table, we have these self-assessments. They take about 10 minutes to do, maybe even less. But honestly, go through those questions and they'll point you down a roadmap in areas to improve your health. That's what it's about, improving your health. Now, this is statistics. Women's hearts respond better than men's to healthy lifestyle changes. Healthy lifestyle changes. But yet, the National Institute of Health only dedicate less than 2% of their budget to prevention. We're in a crisis. America, are we getting healthier as a nation or are we getting sicker? Sicker. I think we all agree that we're getting sicker. But why is it? It's that way because the system is stacked against us. This is called heart talk. So I'm just going to share my heart with you. Is that okay? Yes. I've been in this business now for 20 years. And I see more and more young people becoming affected by diseases that used to be prevalent in only the older populations. And so, as I was in my practice, I noticed all these things going on. Like I said, my cousin, she died at a very young age with a heart attack. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. Well, what started me on this journey was this. I got into medicine to help people. And I got my hemoglobin A1C checked. And my hemoglobin A1C was 6. That's pre-diabetes. And here I was, staying in shape, teaching people, trying to be healthy and everything. But what I didn't understand was that in medical school, I became indoctrinated. And I became indoctrinated because most underwriters of medical school is pharmaceutical companies. And pharmaceutical companies, they want to push their medication. Well, the medication doesn't fix the problem. The medication only puts a Band-Aid on the problem. So my wife told me about functional medicine, so I went back and got some more training in nutrition and other lifestyle changes, and I was able to lower that hemoglobin A1C back down to 5.5, where it should have been in the first place. Because what was going on with me, I was exercising, but I had a terrible diet. I was eating ice cream almost every night. And it wasn't a little bowl of ice cream either. It was a huge bowl of ice cream. But there's no amount of exercise that can undo a bad diet. So with that, I have the passion now to share with my clients, my patients, the community. I give health talks almost every week to the community to understand the system wants you to be sick. And if you look at it, it's disproportionately affecting the African American population. Why is that? Well, there's a number of reasons, and I get into that more about that, but I want you guys to realize, let's improve it. Once again, women's hearts respond twice more better than men. But yet, not very much is being spent on that. Prevention. Stress. Stress is the #1 cause of all chronic diseases. That stress can be physical, it can be chemical, it can be emotional. It's stress. As a matter of fact, this one statistic here I thought was very interesting. Marital stress worsens the prognosis in women with heart disease. Oh yeah. You know why? Because most men are knuckleheads. Most men are knuckleheads. But that same stress can be reversed. Those disease processes can be reversed. You can take action by decreasing stress. I told one young lady when she was in my office with her husband who wasn't doing right with his health, I said, hey, take out some more life insurance on him. And that's okay because he's going to do what he's going to do. So, de-stress your life. We want you to live well, live healthy. If you're healthy, stay healthy. If you're not so healthy, there's ways to do that. We share this message with, literally 50, 60 people a month at a time because we want people to understand. It's in your hands. What you eat, how much you exercise, how much water you drink. Here's a tip. Water. Water. Drinking adequate water will decrease your risk of every kind of chronic disease process. Well, I don't want to use the bathroom that much. Well, what are you getting rid of when you go to the bathroom? Waste. All right? So, water. The other thing, exercise. Exercise. Small little steps. Taking the steps of the elevator. Another one, eating vegetables. Large variety of vegetables. Those have all kind of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents in them. And then finally, take time for yourselves. Women are such great givers. You guys are such great givers. But you have my permission, and understand, take your own initiative to take care of yourself. It's okay, because the more you're able to take care of yourself and do well, you have more to give to others. So thank you guys for the opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to share from my heart.